IT Security Terms by MDejesusTopic5Assignment2. Class: Object-oriented programming. A class is a template definition of the methods and variables in a particular kind of object. Encapsulation refers to the building of data along with the methods that operate on that data into a single unit. Inheritance: a mechanism where you can derive a class from another class for a hierarchy of classes that share a set of attributes and methods. Modularity is the property of a system that has been decomposed into a set of cohesive and loosely coupled modules. Process isolation: a set of different hardware and domain separation is when a collection of data or instructions that is isolated for protection purposes. Example: supervisor domain and user domain. Process isolation is where the process addresses are running in separate regions of the memory to prevent tampering or interference by another processes. Open design: class methods of functions should be open for extension and closed for modifications. Some examples: product design project, a fashion design project, graphic design project, or an interior design project. Defense layering: layered security, also known as layered defense, describes the practice of combining multiple mitigating security controls to protect resources and data. Least privilege: a subject should be given only those privileges needed for it to complete its task. If a subject does not need an access right, that subject should not have that right. Adding the static modifier on a member of the class defines that the members belong to the class itself. Sealed class: classes that cannot be used as a base class. Abstract class: class that cannot be instantiated, so no object can be created from the class. Concrete class: class that can be instantiated, basically the opposite of an abstract class. Abstract method: method with no implementation. The method must be overridden by a child class. Method with an implementation that can be overridden by a child class. Self-governing: variables contained in an object should be changed only within the object. Overloading: these are methods which have the same name but have totally different parameters. Class: class that inherits all the attributes and functions assigned to the parent class. Constructor: this is a code that can be executed each time an instance of a class is created. Confidentiality: it is an expectation for the entity entrusted with the data or code to keep it a secret. For example, if a healthcare provider is entrusted with patient data, the user expects the healthcare provider to keep it secret.